Hello and welcome to another Modern Horizons 3 video. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting at rank number 104. We went 6-3 with our last draft deck, drafting a pretty decent affinity deck, although it didn't feel as great as it played out, but still a lot to learn about this format. All I know is there's the Eldrazi decks, the energy decks, and then there's the affinity decks. I'd still like to mess around with the modification decks. I don't think the sacrifice deck's even a real thing. And then maybe even some more control decks. But been having an okay time so far with the format. Now, before we head into the draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. TCGplayer is your trusted source for all trading card games in the United States of America. You can search for the latest TCG singles and sealed products from hobby shops across the country for the best price. The link is in the description below. Additionally, this video is brought to you by HeavyPlay.com. HeavyPlay.com is the card gaming accessories brand that'll improve your gameplay and game day. You can get a ton of premium products, including deck boxes, dice boxes, sleeves, playmats, etc. All really high quality stuff. Check them out, heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first purchase. The link also in the description below. All right, let's head into the draft here and see what we can draft this time around. Okay. What do we have? We have 4 common. There is an Area Auxiliary and a Galvanic Discharge. Those are both very good cards. But then for uncommons, we have Wayscape Battle Mage and Stump Stomp, both also very good options. Stump Stomp is definitely the most versatile card, as this is just a good card in any combination of cards, of decks rather. And then there's Devour of Destiny, which is a very good card in an Eldrazi deck. And I'm actually curious what's better, Devour of Destiny versus the Wayscape Battle Mage. But what do I want to take? They're all good. I think the safe pick here is to take Stump Stomp. I think it's a little bit weaker than a lot of the other options presented, but I think it's always going to be a good card, and it's going to be a good card in either a green-based deck or a red-based deck, right? If I go energy, this is good. If I do anything else, it's going to be good. So I will take what I feel is going to be a weaker pick than what we have so far, but I do think there's a much higher chance that this card is going to make either a red or a green deck. Here we have a couple of interesting options. At common, we have Fanged Flames, Deem Inferior, and Serum Visionary. All solid cards, but I do think they're probably worse than Scurry of Gremlins and Ral and the Implicit Maze. There's also Strength of the Harvest, which is pretty decent, but I do think Scurry of Gremlins, at least, is a good enough card to consider taking out of this pack. I think this is a Mythic level uncommon. This is the best, one of the best energy payoffs, and one of the reasons to go into energy. We all know that Eldrazi is kind of overdrafted, which is also a reason why I took the Stump Stomp, because this is fine in a red deck as well. So I do think I'm going to take the Scurry of Gremlins. I think Fanged Flames is enough worse. Ral and the Implicit Maze is also a fine card, but I think the upside for this card is just too great. So I will take Scurry of Gremlins and see if we can end up in an energy-based aggressive deck, because I do really love this card. Right now, we're kind of at that phase where everybody's doing the Eldrazi thing. If you end up with a good Eldrazi deck, namely if you pick up Writhing Chrysalis, that's something you can do, but I do want to showcase the fact that you can draft other things outside of the Eldrazi decks. Here, I don't mind a Reckless Pyro Surfer, particularly in red-white. Just a nice, aggressive creature. I do think it's better than the Nyxborn Unicorn. And I've been actually pretty underwhelmed by the Inspired Inventor. This is a flexible card, but I just think every mode of this isn't particularly good. Like 3 mana for a 2/2 to get 3 energy is just so much worse than all the other energy-based creatures. So you're really playing this for 3 mana for a 3/3, which isn't that strong, or 3 mana for a 2/2 that makes a 1/1. So I'd rather just have a good 2. So I will take the Reckless Pyro Surfer here, and I'll take it over the Amulet, just because I feel like if you're a red-white, you just want to be more aggressive. But I'm actually not sure which one I like more. I mean, granted, I make tokens with the Scurry. This is probably good. Here we have the choice between the Evangel and the Reiterating Bolt, and I do think that's kind of close. But I've been kind of underwhelmed with little creature removal, and I have loved the Metastatic Evangel, and I love having a million 2-drops. This, if you can get support cards, if you can get energy, the Proliferate is really nice. So I will take the Evangel over the Reiterating Bolt here. And now I'm going to slam the Area Auxiliary. It's amazing with Evangel because you can actually stack it where you play the Auxiliary, support happens first. You can stack it where support happens first, and then you proliferate. That is an amazing combination. Riddlegate Gargoyle is also a very, very good energy card, but that's in the blue-white energy deck. And I'm not a big fan of Dreamtide Whale. So yeah, Area Auxiliary, happy enough with that. And this is a really, really solid start to a red-white energy deck. And wow, a 6-pick Galvanic Discharge. Energy is where it's at. Any flavor of energy. We even have the blue energy cards as well, but this is the best energy common. Gonna be really happy to take it because it's not just 1 mana deal 3 damage. It's 1 mana kill anything. Specifically, this is a 1 mana way to kill Writhing Chrysalis. So very, very happy with the Galvanic Discharge here. And like I said, this is a phenomenal start. And another Scurry of Gremlins. Yes! Yes, that is exactly what I want. I do like Solstice Zealot, but I am not passing Scurry of Gremlins here. Pretty heavy on the 4s here, though. So I will try to keep my curve lower now that I have 3-4 mana cards. Mandibular Kite is excellent. Nice cheap thing and gives you some reach in the late game. These are the premium 4s. I guess I'll take this. I'm not taking it over a creature, though. And I do like Auxiliary much more than I like the Thriving Skyclaw. And I think Wing It is just replacement level. So I will take the Auxiliary. Wow, our 4-mana cards are absurd. And this is a ridiculous pack. Serum Visionary, Deem Inferior in the pack with 5 cards left. That's pretty wild. I'll take the Wing It because it's on color. But I would be surprised if it ends up in our deck. Now we have the choice between Inspired Inventor and Unstable Amulet. You know, now I do think I will take the Inspired Inventor. I think the Amulet can also be okay, but in this deck in particular, with Conjure is just not something you want in an aggro deck. The Rose-Caught Knight's probably also not good, but the reason why I like the Inventor now is because we picked up 2 copies of Area Auxiliary and 2 copies of Scurry of Gremlins. And what that means is this oftentimes I'll be able to make a 1/1 servo, right? And when I do, even if I haven't curved out and played a 1 or a 2, then I can play the Area Auxiliary and get the full support value out of this card. And by making a servo, that goes really, really well with the Scurry of Gremlins as well. So I think for that reason, I take the Inventor there. I do think the Amulet is decent. I think I like the Amulet a little bit more in like a blue-red deck or a slightly more controlling variation of these types of decks. But I do think you can make the case for it. Honestly, let me know what you think. How good is the Amulet? I haven't played with it that much. This pack is kind of absurd. There's Ajani Fells the Godsire, excellent removal spell. Ghostfire Slice, excellent removal spell. Dog Umbra, excellent removal spell. And Galvanic Discharge, which is going to be my pick. But a lot of good cards here. Just like I said before, Discharge is simply too good. It is simply too good. It allows you to double spell as well. The card is just crazy, crazy powerful. Here, I will take Voltstorm Angel, I think, over Auxiliary. I don't really care too much for the Fanged Flames, so it's between these 2 cards. I could see somebody make an argument for the Auxiliary, but I'm going to take the Angel just because I think it's a really, really sweet energy payoff card, and I want to try it out in my deck. Great deck so far. This also lets you race too sometimes, which is nice. Will note that I do need to focus on the lower end of my mana curve. So if I pick up the Sliths, Conduit Goblins, those are the cards that I'm going to prioritize if given the option. Okay. Give me something cheap. All right, well, there is an Ajani Fells the Godsire, but I think I'm going to focus on my mana curve here. There's a Ghostfire Slice and the much worse Melted Charge Bug. And you know what? Wow, there's also Wither and Bloom. I know everybody's going to probably want me to take one of these 2 uncommons, but I'm going to stay disciplined here. We have double Area Auxiliary, double Scurry of Gremlins. I need the Melted Charge Bug more than anything. I just want to curve out into these 4 drops. Here, wow, taking a 4th pick Galvanic Discharge. Pretty easy pick there. Keep our curve low, beat people down. Yes, please. Nothing in this pack for us. Void Pouncer is just not something you want to do in red-white. Interaction's pretty good. I already have a Rose-Caught Knight. Oh, there's also a Wing It, which I can potentially play if I need to. Am I ever playing a 2-mana? I'll take this as an emergency 2-mana 3/1, but red-white doesn't have colorless mana, really. So definitely don't want to play it if I don't have to. Here, I guess I'll take the unicorn. It's serviceable. When you mentor, then you can proliferate, which is nice. I do think I like that more than the gatekeeper. I generally don't want to play the unicorn unless I'm just lacking cheap things to do. Wow, look at all these signpost cards, but I guess we will take another area auxiliary. Our top end is so good. I just want cheap things, but we need to see the cheap cards. I'll take a Jolted Awake. Not the biggest fan of this card. Maybe in a slower blue-white deck. Wow, a Johnny Fells the Godsire tabled? That's ridiculous. So we are very, very good at killing big Eldrazi's. So very, very happy about that. 3 discharges in a Johnny Fells the Godsire. Whew. Our spells are looking amazing. We're probably playing this unicorn at this point. This 16 cards, and I really don't want anything more in the top end of the curve. We have room for about 7 more spells or cards, and I just want mono 3s and 2s. That's all I want. I have 5 4s and 2 5s already. Another one? Have people read this card? 5 mana, kill a thing, make a creature, and give something double strike. I guess nobody's in white. We are excellent at killing big things. I guess we're kind of a slower red-white mid-range deck, just based on how the cards broke out. What did I take this over? Oh, it was over the auxiliary. Yeah, white is mega open. Mega open. Okay, there's an Ulamog, which we can't play. Muster, I'm not the biggest fan of. There are some spell lands and a Dog Umbra. I think I can take a spell land here. We have 17 cards here that I'm reasonably happy playing. So the question is, do I want Rush of Inspiration or Pinnacle Monk? I'm going to take the land that comes into play untapped. I also have triple Galvanic Discharge, and I don't need the blue mana here. So yeah, I can play this untapped. So I will take this over Dog Umbra and add another spell land to my deck, just because we know how powerful spell lands are. Wow, Ophiomancer is incredible, but we are just going to take Inspired Inventor. We only have 1 3-mana card, so happy enough to have this, particularly with triple Ari Auxiliary and a double Scurry of Gremlins. Just having a wide board is preferable for this card. Not the ideal second pick. Signature Slam and Ophiomancer are the 2 best cards in the pack, but got to do what we got to do. And here we have, oh, I see a 2-drop. Gonna slam it. Hexcult Slith is excellent, and I do like it a lot more than I like the Smelted Charge Bug. Even though I think they're probably somewhat similar on win rate, but I'm a sucker for the Hexcult Slith rather. I'm a sucker for this card. I see this card and I'm like, no, I gotta live the dream. I want to win every single die roll, and I just want to kill people dead. That's another Scurry of Gremlins. Oh my gosh. Is this just too many 4s? The thing is, this is probably better than a Johnny Fells the Godsire. But red-white is exceedingly open. Exceedingly open. Here we have the choice between Dog Umbra and Sundering Eruption. I feel like I'm just well on my way to more than enough playable, so maybe it's just the Eruption here. It does seem really good with Scurry of Gremlins. And yeah, it's just another spell land, so let's take that. I do have pretty good interaction already in the triple discharge double a Johnny. So let's take another spell land here. I do like Arena of Glory. I do like this. Being able to give something haste is really nice, so I guess I just take another land here. I don't think I'm missing out on too much. Siege Smash is just okay. I already have a Wing It in my sideboard that I can play if I need. So yeah, let's play Arena of Glory. Oh, oh, no wait, sorry. I was gonna take the... this is an insane pack. Red-White was super open this draft. I can't pass Galvanic Discharge though. This is the Mythic common for Red-White. This is the best common for Red-White. But yeah, Legion Leadership that late is amazing, but also, you know what else is amazing? Galvanic Discharge and then Static Prison. This card's also really good in energy. You just kill something, you get it out of the way, and oftentimes you're just going to have more than enough energy here. So this is looking amazing, and we got a Dog Umbra here anyways. We got a Dog Umbra anyways. No creature here that we want. Really just wanted more creatures. I really did. But I feel like we just didn't see them. I feel like we took just about every creature that we saw. So, it is what it is. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is still 15 creatures, and the Pinnacle Monk can also act as a creature. And Ajani Fells the Godsire also can act as a creature. So this is the deck. It looks solid. I think it was relatively smooth. I don't think it's busted by any means. We do have triple Scurry of Gremlins, but we don't have any bomb rares, I don't think. We don't have any bomb rares, I don't think, but that's okay. Don't need bomb rares if you just have a nice curve and a cohesive game plan. And that's kind of what we're going for here. I think I have another spell land here. Am I blind? 9, 15. Oh, I can cut another card. Probably a mountain. So this gives us 9 red and 8 white. Our mana isn't great. Oh, actually, we need more white than red because we have a bunch of double white cards, and our red cards are all yeah, okay. So let's go. Then the question becomes, is it worth it to play this Arena of Glory because I have so few mountains? All right, let's clean this up really quick. I think I'm going to cut the Arena of Glory. I just feel like I want all my lands to come into play untapped. Additionally, with triple Scurry of Gremlins, I have ways to give my things haste anyways, so I just don't want to play a land that gives my things haste when I already have 3 enchantments that do that, and that can potentially slow me down. So let's try this. Boros beats. Not the ideal curve, but really quality spells. Just good quality spells all across the board. So hopefully this is enough to get us another trophy. Now, before the first round fires, I did want to say, if you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon channel. The link to the Patreon is in the description below. Patreon.com/paulcheon is the way to get there. Special shout out to all the current patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Round 1, begin. Let's get back into double digits here if possible. Okay. 3 red cards and all white spells in hand. Can't keep. This one I certainly can. I'm going to keep this and I'll put the Ajani Fells in the bottom. I'll put Sundering Eruption into play here. Stump Stomp is just a better spell to cast. Fanatic of Ronus. Okay. Ooh, Hexgold Slith. Not much I can do with that. If they tap this for mana, the thing is I just can't really attack. Alright, let's just get the Evangel in play. I'm probably going to have to play the Stump Stomp. We'll see. Next turn, I want to play one of these 2s. I'm trying to figure out which one, though. Because the next turn, I can play the Area Auxiliary, so we kind of have the combo. The Wombo combo. Flare of Cultivation. It's fine. I don't think this card is good. People love it, though. Double green is just a really significant cost. And I don't know that enough people put that into consideration. This has the most upside, so I'll just go with that. Let's get the energy first before proliferating. And then let's play a land. No attacks. Snapping Voidcraw and... Okay, so all the ramp. All of the ramp. Alright, here we go. Area Auxiliary. Yep, that's the way that we want to stack it. Boom. Boom. Oh, this is amazing. This can attack. They can both attack. I don't need to remove energy here either. I guess they could have blocked and eternalized this if they wanted to. But now we have another way to proliferate our board and stomp. But they have a ton of mana. Well, I'm pretty glad that that's the only thing they could have played here, but we'll see. Okay. Fair. One card left. What you got? 2, 3, 4, 5. They have access to 6 mana. Oh my gosh, that is a Scurry of Gremlins. So if I play it this turn, I can... Oof. That's a lot of damage. But they do have a lot of chump blockers, so I wonder if I should just kind of hold back. Kind of want to just kill this repurposer and attack. I don't want to use any energy, so I feel like if I don't want to use energy, I should just use the stomp here. Try to go wide. Of course, I could have used this to kill something bigger, so there's that. But then I have to use 2 energy, or else they can double block here. Alternatively, I could have cast Scurry of Gremlins. You have 1 card in hand. Just play it or not. Don't play it. It's... Come on. And that's the thing with the Eldrazi deck. You kind of need evasion or something. They're so good at mucking up the ground with these spawn tokens. I mean, they're certainly going to chump here, right? Yeah. This is where cards like Mandibular Kite end up being super strong. The Smelted Charge Bug's also not bad, just because it gives menace when it attacks, so I can play Scurry of Gremlins next turn, give everything haste, and then give this menace, which just makes blocks a lot more difficult. Okay, Serum Visionary. Yeah, we are definitely going with the Scurry of Gremlins plan next turn. Do we have a 1-drop we can play too? That would be awesome. Galvanic Discharge would obviously also be awesome. Wow, they really just tapped to play a Solar Transformer. I don't think that's going to go well for them. One energy short of doing all of the things. Okay, let's give this menace. Decline. Take action. Okay, and then I think this kills them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Boom! Scurry of Gremlins gets it done once again. They also just get better in multiples too, right? You have 2 creatures, then you make more creatures, then you get more energy, and you can just kind of overrun people. All right, back into double digits, 1-0. Alrighty, battling a fellow high mythic player, Von Frostberg, at 128. That's a red source, so I will keep this. Pyro Surfer would have been better with... I wish I had like 1 fetch red-white, just to make my mana a little bit better. Okay, so this probably means they're not Eldrazi, but who knows? I'm gonna guess blue-white energy. I'm gonna guess blue-white. That's my guess. We'll see what happens. There we go. Had the read. Oh, never mind. The classic Esper energy deck. Huh. Well, Psychic Frog is very, very good. Discard a card to put a +1/+1 counter on it. That seems unreasonable, right? What am I supposed to do? Wow. On the splash? I guess we do nothing. Brain Surge? If they have Deem Inferior, like Island Deem Inferior, whew, that would be very, very strong. I think you need to exile 3 cards from a graveyard to give this flying. Oh, you can also pitch and give it wings. Okay, that is fine. It's like a decent amount of work just to get in for that amount of damage. All right, we have 2 creatures that can attack through the Cartographer. And then Johnny fells the Godsire, but that doesn't kill the Psychic Frog. This thing is pretty big, but the frog is also pretty big. I don't know why they're attacking with the frog. Don't they want to block? I guess they must have a very good defensive play. I'm hoping that their quote-unquote big defensive play is a creature. Perfect. Okay. That's fine. I mean, it was good. I'm not going to say it wasn't good, but let's just play this. Let's attack. Sure. I do think it'll be kind of funny if they attack with Psychic Frog. I guess they don't know my hand, never mind. It's probably fine to actually attack. But we will be able to get in for a significant amount of damage. Why did they target? Okay. Well, I don't want that, so let's put that on the bottom. Wow! What an incredible turn! I guess they have a lot of resources. Okay, so this has Vigilance. Darn. Okay, now the Slith is kind of bad. And I'll hold a land for the Pyro Surfer. And we'll do something like this. And then we can give my Auxiliary Double Strike. And then Pyro Surfer land for a potentially lethal attack, but depends on what else they do. But they do have a nice blue blood. So I guess they're splashing white for something. Okay, well that's good for us. I mean, it's good and it's not good. It's good if they didn't find a way to interact with my creatures. Oh! Flyers for the win? Flyers for the win? Oh no, Psychic Frog can fly. Darn. I don't even know if this is good enough. But. Wait, they didn't give it flying. They forgot to... Does this not fly? My creatures fly, right? 13 damage? Did they... I think they forgot to give it... Is there a flare? Oops. Alright. That's what I thought. But, hey, I've made... That's the thing. It's still early in the format. People are going to make mistakes when it comes to rares. And it's just like, all you can do is learn from those mistakes. Like, even high mythic players, like, I'm sure my opponent is a fantastic player. They looked like they had a very good blue-black control deck. It just happens. I've done it plenty of times. Especially rares. Because you just don't play with it that often. So you don't see all the cool interactions that are available. Really nice hand. It looks like a 1-lander, but it's a 3-lander. Spell lands are amazing. Probably can just go turn 1 Kite, turn 2 Unicorn. That's a really good start, right? Because I can play this untapped. So if I go turn 1 Kite, turn 2 Unicorn, if they don't kill it, then I can Galvanic Discharge a blocker, and I'll be in pretty good shape. Oh, they're on the play, though. It's a little bit less good. Oh, we drew a basic mountain. That's also fantastic, because this is a scenario where if we just draw more lands, that's a good problem to have, because then all of a sudden our spell lands just become, well, spells. Well said. Well said. Okay. But we all know they're going to play the stupid Chrysalis. Here we go. Land Chrysalis. Oh, it's just an Eladamri. Just an Eladamri. That's we can deal with that one. Gonna play the tap land here to stomp, because this way we can play the Scurry of Gremlins untapped. Evolution Witness, okay. Oh, that's value. What does this do? Tap 2 untap creatures, okay. This is like our only play, really. It's not insane, but it still gets in for damage. Certainly going to play this tapped because I have the Scurry of Gremlins, and we have the option of going Dog Umbra or Galvanic Discharge. How much damage is that next turn? Hold on. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? So if they play Eladamri and we kill it, we just do 11 damage? All right. Okay. I mean, this is our only play, so... Signature Slam? Sure. That's unfortunate. I can discharge and make 3 energy and not kill something. And can potentially get 1 extra... If I can find some other way to get energy, I can use that as a way to kill my opponent. And that's lethal, I believe. Boom! Just a really good red-white beatdown start with a bunch of galvanic discharges and a nice mana curve. Doing our best to go underneath the powerful red-green ramp strategies. All right. Drawing quite well with this deck so far. God, this needs to stop. This ticket thing is just making me misclick. Okay, 2-0. All right, the Boros beats. Another perfectly fine hand. Obviously sad every time we lose a die roll. Extremely sad. So sad. I'll trade. I will happily trade here. I want a clean board for my Hexgold Slith. Interesting. I will attack. Wow! Look. They didn't attack or block. I see. That's fine. Oh, and now they attack. Okay. Okay. I guess they want the fodder. I'm gonna just make a 1/1 here. It's good with the area auxiliary. Wow, Witch Enchanter is amazing. The question is whether or not I want to play the Stump Stomp, because if I do, then I guarantee that I get to play the Ajani Fells the Godsire. I guess I will. That one doesn't feel ideal, but if I had any other play next turn that adds to the board, I would not have played this land. And I didn't attack here because there's a decent chance that if they don't play something this turn, then I want to be able to play this to exile the Witch Enchanter. All right. Huh. Oh, it's power 3 or greater. Oh my gosh, I thought it was mana value 3 or better. I am so bad. Oh my god. That was horrendous. See? Remember what I said about the last match and not reading cards? I don't know that I would outvalue what my opponent's doing anyways, but that was really bad. That was really, really, really bad. That is an embarrassing mistake to make. All right, let's just try to get some damage in. Oh, that's frustrating. That is mega frustrating. The question is, what would I have done anyways? I don't know. I just thought this was CMC 3 or higher. Well, that's a lot of galvanic discharges. All right, they're at 6. 4 cards in hand, though, so I'm not really loving my chances here. They put the Indebted Servant here, which is why I went with the Dog Umbra. Although it looks like now they're going to kill my Charge Bug, probably. They could also kill the Dog Umbra. Which I actually prefer. I don't actually know that this was good. The lander was so bad. How do I want to do this? I guess that isn't really all that great, is it? They're at 5 life and I'm running out of gas! Running out of gas. I need Scurry of Gremlins. I need Scurry of Gremlins right here, right now. Nope. Or Area Auxiliary. I just need any one of my good expensive cards. And man, these double Witch Enchanters have been so darn good against me. No interest in attacking here. And our opponent's also just drawn a lot more spells than we have. So it just makes it that much more difficult. We're just kind of on Scurry of Gremlins or bust here, to be honest. So I'm kind of just going to let the damage happen here, because my game plan is to draw Scurry of Gremlins and kill them. Voltstorm Angel. Yeah? That's a good one. Not going to do anything with the energy now. They probably have another removal spell here. Yeah, I mean... they have a solid deck, just all removal. Now, while these black-white decks might struggle a little bit with the Eldrazi decks, I do think they do match up pretty well against other aggressive decks, which is what we are right now. I'm playing to my win condition right now, which is Scurry of Gremlins. Maybe that's a little bit crazy. I have so much energy. Basically, the plan was to just kill the transmogrant and then kill them, but... Here, I guess it's just better to do this. Just because if I kill this, they still get a token. Well, this is unfortunate. Yeah. Oh, yep. So Scurry of Gremlins gives us 11 energy. So that would have been a lethal attack had we drawn it. But instead, we're going to just continue drawing lands. Yeah, this... Alright. This is just one of those games. It's one of those games where it's kind of a close back and forth, but the fact that they had 2 creature lands kind of is putting it over the top here. If we still draw it this turn, we needed to draw it that turn, we would have had a shot. We have 3 in our deck. Oh well. Them's the beats. That is Magic the Gathering. It's okay. Sometimes opponents also get flooded or mana screwed as well. So that is close. Our opponent had an excellent deck. Lots of great 2-for-1s. Lots of good removal spells. Okay, on the play here, all red sources and white cards. I have a Pyro Surfer, but that's it. Nope. Sadly had to mulligan that hand, and I'm going to keep this and put my 5-drop on the bottom. I will definitely run out the Eruption just because I have a 2, 3, 4-drop curve. If we're on the play, I mean, this hand is still fine, right? We can go Unicorn into Inventor into Scurry if we draw land number 4. So that is the game plan. Juice Stump Stomp. I really want to play the Inventor next turn, though. Okay. Oh, that is interesting. I think I'm still interested in a wide board. I could have put a counter on the Unicorn, but with the Scurry of Gremlins, I have the Pyro Surfer too. They're going to be mostly playing a bunch of little dinky things this turn. Oh, wow. Jeez. Alright, let's discard the Pyro Surfer, I guess. Whoa! That was a lightning bolt, or thunder. That was crazy! What the heck? That was so loud! Alarms are going off. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I have to stabilize here. That was something else. Okay, let's just attack with everything. Sure. Oh my gosh. That was kind of ridiculous. Alright, let's play the Slith into the Scurry, I guess. Oh my gosh! What is happening? Okay, if this... Okay. Holy cow. That is close. That is so loud. Okay. I think it's safe for me to be recording, but that is concerning. Okay. Well, here I am. We got some energy here. Scurry of Gremlins. Refurbished Familiar. It's kind of the reason to be Affinity, actually. It's like by far the best Affinity card, I think. I'm a little bit surprised they're attacking me because they should know that I'm the aggressor. But they also didn't equip? Like, what's going on here? The thing is, they have to have a removal spell. They didn't equip with the Cranial Ram, so... That's why I'm not giving my Hexgold Slith first strike, because if I did, they would have just killed it. And then blocked something else, probably. I don't know. This feels like a Wither and Bloom or a Galvanic Discharge. No, it's a Wither and Bloom. Or a Breathe Your Last. Okay. Oh, the thunder's going away. I heard there was like distant thunder. So now if we find something that's... If we draw another energy producer... Can you imagine if we drew another Scurry of Gremlins? Sheesh. That's 5 energy? Yeah, they would just be dead probably. This card is... Can end games. But even like a Voltstorm... No, I can't play Voltstorm Angel, but another Hexgold Slith or whatever would still be kind of nice to give it haste. And then I can go and hit them for lots and lots of damage. They have a good artifacts deck, but they're kind of stuck on lands here. They might actually not attack me this turn. We'll see. Okay. Gremlins! Gremlins! What? Is that lethal? Oh my gosh. They're good in multiples. They're good at multiples. Okay, lucky number 77. Second Scurry of Gremlins off the top. Wow. Playing against a bunch of different strategies, which I like. Not just playing against mono Eldrazi decks. I just feel like with Twitter and everything, everybody knows what's up. They all know what the strongest, most supported archetype is. So now we're seeing people branch out and playing other things, especially at the Mythic level. Okay, 4-1 with our Boros Scurry of Gremlins deck. Definitely keeping this. Stump Stomp turn 1 for the red source into 2-drop here. What 2-drop do I want? Probably the 3-1. Ooh, now it's raining very hard. I like how I'm just giving you weather updates. I just think it's kind of interesting. It's summertime. What's going on? What just happened? Did I just get Strict Serenaded? No shot. No shot. I actually got Strict Serenaded. That's hilarious. Do not play this card, folks. It is not a good card. Remember the card Bovine Intervention? It's like, this is like that, but worse. Because you give them a 2-2 flyer. Like, literally my 2-mana 3-1 turned into a 2-2, and my opponent's down a card. Obviously, I'm still going to lose now because I said that. But I still firmly believe that this card is really bad. Do not play it. They probably have a counterspell here. No! What do they have? What can they have? Oh, Ugin's Binding, sure. That is a nice little combo with the Serenade. Oh man, it's going off again. Whew! Somebody save me! I really hope I can upload this video. My deck is pretty sweet. It sure would suck if the power went out. Can I exile my opponent's graveyard somehow? This card is really good. It's one of the best, if not the best, Eldrazi payout. Wow, just all the removal too. Okay. Okay, okay. I see what you're doing here. I'm gonna save the discharge. I'm not sure if that's correct. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh, they can bounce everything. Whatever. I mean, if they bounce my Scurry of Gremlins, it's not even that bad, right? Here, the problem is I can't really stop them from... I can't really stop them from playing a big Eldrazi. I do have a Johnny Fells the Godsire, though. Oh, wow, they had nothing. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. All right, I'm gonna go with a very aggressive play here. Oh, come on. All right, it's okay. They're at 9. They have access to 6 mana. They can exile this if they want. If they play something big, I have a Johnny Fells the Godsire. Oh wow, they just did that right away. Play a 3-power creature. No? I gotta save this. I have to. I don't think I'm gonna get in for enough damage. Waterlogged Teachings. Oh my gosh, for Unfathomable Truths, okay. And Sink into Stupor. Ugh, this is not ideal. I guess I don't have a choice. This just feels so bad. It feels so terrible. But we just kind of whiffed for a couple of turns in a row. Yeah, and they get a chump blocker here too. Can play around the counterspell here, and then let's get a discharge. I'm gonna hold it. They have access to 7 mana already. Could have played this a turn before. Now they play a big thing. I guess it makes sense, but it's kind of annoying, I will say. Another land. Okay. Was that worth it? I traded a 1-1 for their 0-1? I guess that wasn't. But I want to save my discharge in case I want to give something haste for lethal. Yeah, and they're just getting like value back here, and it's just... This Ajani Fells the Godsire has felt very underwhelming. But like, it's just really weird matchups is what's happening here. Okay. That definitely helps. They're at 4 life. Oh, God. Ah, there it is. Yep. That doesn't seem very reasonable, I'm just gonna say. Ay, ay, ay. What can this get back? Another discharge? Two. Just not enough. Alright, let's just minimize the damage I take here. Emperor of Bones? What the heck? Okay, Emperor of Bones down. Man, what a comeback. I guess I should have just like played the Ajani Godsire card a bit earlier. And I told you I was going to lose to the person who Strix Serenaded me on turn 2. It was inevitable. I didn't know Dimir Artifact Eldrazi was a thing. But here we are. It does happen. This one feels a little bit worse. Just based on kind of... just the sequencing was so odd. I just feel like I needed a couple of extra cheap creatures. And I told you, even in the draft, I was really on the lookout for them. And I was really prioritizing creatures, but we just didn't see enough. And maybe I'm supposed to fire off that Ajani thing right away. But so far, it's just not been the most impressive. All right, this is a 4-lander, but I have 4 lands, 2/2-drops. I think I keep. I might want to keep the Nyxborn Unicorn in my hand as a bestow card. And just beat down for 2 haste. Ideally, I draw another 2 or 3-drop, so I can go Pyro Surfer into 2 or 3-drop into Bestow Unicorn. Oh, wow. Did they find something? Okay, nope. Good. Yeah, I probably am just playing the unicorn here. I guess I missed out on 1 extra point of damage. No, I didn't. I wouldn't have had the second red anyways. Tap land here, probably. Creature land. It seems like they have options. Yeah. All right, let's beat down. They're already down to 8. I have this Stomp that if I don't draw land... Ideally, I can just draw a land and just slam the Voltstorm Angel, get 3 energy, and give everything haste. Okay, untap land for the win. Untap land for the win. Mandibular Kite for the not win. It's okay. We'll play the Stomp here. Because this gives us the energy, like I said, with the Scurry. This is already a pretty formidable board for them to deal with. And the fact that they had to use 4 mana to kill a Nyxborn Unicorn is a great sign for us. Alright. Kaboom! A nice little aggressive start. Okay. 5 wins, I think. 2 more. Can we rattle off 2 more for the nice, clean trophy? Okay, what do we have here? Well, we have lands and spells, so I'm keeping. 1-drop, 2-drop, 4-drop. Gonna go Mandibular Kite into Pyro Surfer into some number of these creature lands. We are not on the play against presumably an Eldrazi deck of some sort. The nice thing is these lands can come into play untapped at the cost of 3 life. So if I do find a 3-mana thing that I really need to play, then I will happily play this untapped. Okay, green, white. Beatdowns. And, I don't know. They're both. What are you going to do? 3/3? 3/3 is pretty good. Well, removal spell. Darn. I feel like the Eruption is more likely to be good for me. So I will just attack for 1 in the air and play the Pinnacle Monk tapped. Because next turn we're going to go Area Auxiliary, attack, Area Auxiliary, Scurry of Gremlins. Our hand kind of gets unlocked at when we get to turn 4. What are we doing here? Okay. Seems pretty safe to just keep running out Area Auxiliaries. Now, they could have a combat trick here, but maybe it's just a removal spell. We'll see. What can they have? Dog Umbra? Oh, Thraben Charm. Sure. Okay. No, that was really, really good. We have no energy somehow? Ah. See, there's just Boros energy splashing Writhing Chrysalis. Because why the hell not? Right? Why the hell not? Oh. Wait, it doesn't have power 3. Ugh. It even dodges a Johnny Fells the Godsire. Come on. I gotta think about this turn. Goodness gracious. I think the play here is to kill the Chrysalis. Which means I have to play the Scurry of Gremlins here. Into the discharge. Which sucks because then I have to pay life here. But that allows me to get in with my flyers. Pay 3 life, cast Discharge, see what they do with the Chrysalis. Here's the nice thing about this. If they sack the 2 spawns, I can still kill it. If not, I only have to pay 3 energy. And then I can give everything haste and attack. All right, they're down to 5. I do have a Johnny Fells the Godsire to kill a big creature. That's pretty good. That's going to kill the auxiliary. I'm certainly going to use a Johnny here. I think. I don't think I have a lethal... Oh, wait, hold on. I can also area auxiliary. Getting this down seems pretty good, though. Because I still have a lethal attack in the air with the auxiliary. Right? Additionally, next turn this gives me a token still. Oh, they cycle, that's a good sign. They get a token, and then I can play Scurry for 5 energy, and then attack for millions that way as well. For me, the question is whether or not I should play Scurry or the auxiliary. I'm not sure. What an attack. Let's see. So if I go Scurry, that's going to give me 3, 4, 5 energy. They all have haste. All right. Yeah, including this one. So they have 1 card left. What can it even be? A Thraben Charm? I don't think that does it. They're at 3 life. I'm gonna have 5 creatures. Even if they block 2 and kill 1, they still die. Unless they have a way to gain life or something, right? Sorry, opponent. Scurry of Gremlins, 2 OP. 4 mana, make 5 energy, hit them for gazillions. That was a close one, though. Close one. Writhing Chrysalis almost got us. I was already tilting off about that, and the arena overlords were nice. All right, 6-2 again. Another 6-win finish. Playing for the trophy. Ooh, battling a 54 ranked Mythic player. Probably on an Eldrazi deck. We're on the play, though. Love my hand. 1-drop, 2-drop, and then our powerful 4s. Let's go Mandibular Kite into 2. Would love to find another play before I can play one of my 4-drops here. That would be ideal. Come on. Come on, 3-drop. Let's go. We drew the land, so come on, 3-drop. Ooh. 3-drop, 3-drop, 3-drop! Ah. We'll save the energy, because we have the Scurry of Gremlins. I'm gonna probably wait on this, though. I'm gonna just go... Oh, God. I hate this card! I hate you! Like, what do you... What am I supposed to do? What a stupid card. I go. Unbelievable. No, they just killed everything too. It just... That was an amazing turn as well. Yeah, I don't even know what to do. I guess I'll just play this. Yeah, 4/4 with 3/3 flyer and stats here, which is pretty good. I just need to find an answer for this, I guess, right? We do have a fair amount of removal for this. We have quad galvanic removal, a dog umbra, right? We have a dog umbra as well. So we have a lot of answers to it. We just need to draw one soon. What are you... What is happening now? They hit an annoyed Altasaur. It's a 6/5? With haste, okay. They get a land? Alright, just give me a removal spell so I can at least have a chance here. Just like, give me a way to kill this. No. Okay. Alright, we got them down to 6. Alright, taking 6. Does this thing have trample? Oh, it doesn't, okay. So maybe our flyer can get us there. They have 4 cards in hand still, though. So they're like a red-green dang splashing Curse Marauder or something? No, they also have white. Alright, they just went pretty deep here. Okay, that's a 6. Now they can play Reiterating Bolt from the graveyard. Jeez. That thing has reach? Of course it has reach. Let me think here. So this is a 2/2. If I move this here, because I can pump my whole team. If I move this here and attack with everything, let's say they block a 2/2, then I Galvanic Discharge for nothing, and then I'm still 1 short. Alright, let's just do it for 4, I guess. I think this works best because I can still potentially kill them with my flyer, and it still gives me a blocker. Because this could potentially kill me. Right? So I want to keep a blocker back. I don't think I should keep back 2 blockers. That might be a little bit too conservative. Because if they kill this germ, then I can still move this here and attack for lethal. By getting them down to 2, right? But they don't have any lands in their hand, so it's all spells. Because if they had a land, they would have discarded a land to cast Reiterating Bolt to probably kill my germ with the 6 that they cast. Okay. This... Oh my gosh! What did they have? They couldn't deal with my flyer? No way! After all that complaining about Writhing Chrysalis, we somehow still won. How? I didn't even drop a removal spell. You know why? It's those little gremlins. Those little itty-bitty gremlins getting it done for us. Whew, this is a nice one. Do you remember Imidane's Recruiter? I sure as hell do. The mythic uncommon of Wilds of Eldrazi. This is giving me Imidane's Recruiter vibes. It might be better, it might be worse, I'm not sure, but it's around the same level, I feel. In a dedicated energy aggressive deck, this card is absolutely phenomenal. It certainly makes it so that cards like the Inspired Inventor gets better. And I'm just really happy with how this deck played out and how we also drafted. I think we took a Smelted Charge Bug over like a good removal spell, right? Just because it was really important for us to get to the board. Because when you're playing triple Scurry of Gremlins, triple Area Auxiliary, literally any 2-drop, for the most part, will be better than a removal spell, unless it's like a Galvanic Discharge maybe, right? That's like the only exception. So we did everything we could to take all the cheap cards. We had a really, really nice curve. Now, I would have loved to be able to replace like in a Johnny Fells the Godsire for another 3 or 2-drop. That would be perfect. But outside of that, this was just ideal. 17 lands, 3 spell lands. We used the Monk for some value. Stomp was fantastic. Really happy with that as my first pick. And this thing just won us almost every single game. Being able to curve out Metastatic Evangel into Area Auxiliary was also incredible. And red-white, people are, once again, super happy about red-green. Red-white is right there. And it's less drafted. We were getting these Scurry of Gremlins super late. Everybody's drafting the Chrysalis, but not everybody's drafting the red-white aggro yet. And I feel like there might be a few days still where you can still try to draft the red-white energy and have it be open and have that be a winning strategy while everybody else is fighting for all the Eldrazi. And there you go. We have 3 trophies with energy, tempo-based energy decks. And these decks are a lot of fun to play too. And it's nice because just they seem to be open so often. So I just get all the cards that I want. So there you go. 7-2. Got a trophy. Defeated Writhing Chrysalis a couple of times along the way. So feeling very, very good about this. And now I know what this card does. It's a power 3 and not mana value 3 or greater. Anyways, great finish for us. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed the content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to the patrons. By getting access to the Patreon, you will get access to the Discord channel, which I do believe is a really, really great way to up your game. A lot of like-minded individuals looking to improve their game at Limited, so why not join us? Additionally, this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. TCGplayer.com is the best place to purchase Magic cards. And then there's also HeavyPlay.com. HeavyPlay.com is the best place to pick up Magic accessories. HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.